You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something sometime in your life. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. History will be kind to me for I intend to write it. If you are going through hell, keep going. My tastes are simple. I am easily satisfied with the best. Men occasionally stumble over the truth, but most of them pick themselves up and hurry off as if nothing had happened. The best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. It is not enough that we do our best. Sometimes we must do what is required. Never, never, never give in. I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. A fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. Nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be shot at without result. A lady came up to me one day and said, "Sir, you are drunk," to which I replied, "I am drunk today, madam, and tomorrow I shall be sober, but you will still be ugly." Never give in, never give in, never, 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 never in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force, never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. For myself, I am an optimist. It does not seem to be much use to be anything else. The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. Personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. An appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it will eat him last. He has all the virtues I dislike and none of the vices I admire. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Don't interrupt me while I'm interrupting. The price of greatness is responsibility. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. We sleep safely at night because rough men stand ready to visit violence on those who would harm us. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. We are masters of the unsaid words, but slaves of those we let slip out. A good speech should be like a woman's skirt, long enough to cover the subject and short enough to create interest. Everyone is in favor of free speech. Hardly a day passes without its being extolled, but some people's idea of it is that they are free to say what they like, but if anyone else says anything back, that is an outrage. If you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. Hit the point once, then come back and hit it again, then hit it a third time. A tremendous whack. When the eagles are silent, the parrots begin to jabber. The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see. You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. Democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the others. Before you can inspire with emotion, you must be swamped with it yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. It is victory. Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of all terror. Victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory, there is no survival. In the course of my life, I have often had to eat my words, and I must confess that I have always found it a wholesome diet. All the great things are simple and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. I pass with relief from the tossing sea of cause and theory to the firm ground of result and fact. From now on, ending a sentence with a preposition is something up with which I will not put. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. Now, this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. It is a good thing for an uneducated man to read books of quotations. A joke is a very serious thing. We contend that for a nation to try to tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the handle. Occasionally he stumbled over the truth, but hastily picked himself up and hurried on as if nothing had happened. Sometimes doing your best is not good enough. Sometimes you must do what is required. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessings. The inherent vice of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries. When you get a thing the way you want it, leave it alone. There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man. The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. We are still masters of our fate, we are still captains of our souls. Difficulties mastered are opportunities won. If you have 10,000 regulations, you destroy all respect for the law.